Hi everybody, my name is Selena from Wholeness Campaign, and in this video I'm going to answer the question of how much time do I spend in my kitchen in order to heal my gut and maintain my gut health. If my husband's watching, he's going to think this is a hilarious video because the real answer is barely any, like the bare minimum, but I'm going to break it down for you a little bit more in depth because I am one of the laziest cooks that you'll ever meet. And so for those of you wondering, can I heal my gut if I don't have a ton of time? The answer is yes, because I've done it. And it does require some practice. It does require some intentionality, but you totally can do it. And I will be the first to testify about how I actually really don't like the kitchen. Anyway, let's jump in. So I had this assumption brought to my attention a couple months ago that somebody said that they thought that I really enjoyed cooking, that based off of my content and how passionate I am about healing my gut, that I would love being in the kitchen and love cooking and love fermenting and love all these different aspects that come with healing your gut. And that could not be further from the truth. To be honest with you, I am always looking for shortcuts. I'm quite a lazy person in the kitchen. I really just honestly don't like it all that much. I tried for so long to not say that out loud, to think, okay, it's a possibility that I actually could really like this, that I'm going to be open to change. I don't want to box myself in. But when the truth kind of came down to it years later, I still don't really enjoy it. But I've been able to get done what needs to get done in order to keep a healthy body and my family be healthy and to make sure that we're attending to our needs in a nutritional way. And so I want to give you my top 3 tips for doing that. I did have somebody ask me recently if there was any way that we could replace kitchen time with some supplements. And I do want to kind of just address that whole idea because I think it's really popular, the idea that could we just do a powder? Could we do powdered bone broth? Could we do powdered meat stock? Could we grab something from the store? Could we do a probiotic capsule? Isn't that going to be the same, if not better, than, a ferment made at home? And honestly, you guys, nothing is as effective as food and the food that's made correctly. And this really is just the foundation that you cannot miss. Also, I would encourage anybody who's kind of asking that question that if you're really trying to overcome your chronic symptoms, you are going to need to pay a bit of a price for that. And that, I'm not saying that that's financial, although part of it is probably going to be financial, but you are going to need to actually reorient your life to be more healing and to be prioritizing time-wise the things that are actually going to heal you and nourish you. There's no quick fixes around it. I know our culture loves that, but there's actually something quite beautiful about slowing down in the process of healing, that it actually demands that we learn how to cook and we learn how to do these practices that are rhythmic and routine. And I actually think some of that can be healing in and of itself. So I don't want us to shortcut that. Trust me, I know how tempting it is to want to find the quick fix so that we can just be done and have the same fast-paced lifestyle that we had before. But honestly, you guys, that's making people ill. And that's just the truth of it. It's not just the food that's making people ill. It's also our pace of life and the stress that we put around all these other things, these other areas that aren't nourishing us, and they're often requiring that we give and give and give and give in external realms instead of actually taking care of and prioritizing ourselves, which I know, kind of hot topic. But my best 3 tips is first to not overcomplicate meals. Sometimes I'll show you these meals that are kind of elaborate here on YouTube. I try to keep it simple, but sometimes they are pretty elaborate. Oftentimes what I'm actually doing is I'm whipping up a smoothie in 5 minutes, or I'm putting a steak on the stove and steaming up some frozen vegetables. I'm keeping it very simple. It does not have to be this elaborate show every time we make a meal. We might need to die a little bit to that idea that every meal needs to be this beautiful array of food that's just has the most exquisite toppings and everything. I think that we honestly could make a topping a week and have all our toppings for the month, and it takes less than 5 minutes to do each of them. We don't have to be spending hours and hours in a kitchen making the best crust that's properly fermented and homemade. Honestly, I find there's such a simplicity in the earlier stages of the GAPS diet or a more animal-based carnivore diet that it can actually just help us to relax a little bit and, go and cook your steak or slow cook your meal in the beginning of the day so that it's all done for you at dinner. That stuff literally takes 5 to 10 minutes. So my meals are not complicated. We keep it very simple. 2 is that I don't meal plan. And actually, I've really tried to be a meal planner for a very long time. Trust me. I actually really admire the people who can meal plan. I think it's cool. But I operate the best with meal prepping. And so if we have all of of the ingredients that are pre-made for the meal. So the yogurt's been made, the meat stock's been made, the kefir's been made, the toppings have been made, maybe there's sauce you like that's been made. If we can make those things ahead of time and keep a rhythm with those, then the meals will actually just make themselves as long as there's enough ingredients in the house. But preparing every single detail of the meal honestly felt so stressful to me. And so I focus on just having a stocked pantry, a stocked fridge, a stocked freezer of frozen meat that I can choose from, and prepping these different aspects that are going to play into the meal and allow me to make something on the spot, oftentimes that I choose the day of. So whether or not that's your thing, for me, it's worked a lot easier than having to plan out every detail. Because if I miss an ingredient and I was like super dependent on it, then it just ruins the whole thing. And then the third is just to go one recipe at a time and build up your repertoire slowly. Just do one recipe. Honestly, if you're starting out, just start with one recipe, eat it like all the time, and you're going to get amazing practice making it until it feels like second nature. You could do it in your sleep. It's going to take you 5 to 10 minutes. Like, get it down pat and then add in another one and then add in another one. But don't move on until you've perfected that recipe. That's why I actually love the format of the GAPS introduction diet, because you really can't move on to these different stages and incorporate all these new foods until your body tolerates it. And so you're forced to actually just learn how to make the meals that are on that stage. And as much as there's tons of creativity and ways you could go about it, I often find just sticking to one recipe, perfecting that recipe, getting it under your belt, instead of just jumping around to all these different cool things that we find in the cookbooks. I think it's so much easier that way. And before you know it, a year, 2 years in, you're going to have a huge repertoire of things that you know how to whip up within seconds without looking at any recipes. And you can look at your fridge and just think, oh, I know exactly what we can make with this. So great question. If you'd like some deeper support in your gut healing journey, I have a couple options that I'll have linked in the description box below. There's a 6-week program and my 6-month program. If you got any value out of this video, like the video. If you have more questions that you'd like me to address in shorter videos like this, leave them in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel for more root cause gut health related content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.